Oh, what is up, everybody? Back with the walk and talks. Me and the dog, moving and shaking. Actually, not too bad out today in the wintertime. So, if you guys were just tuned in, you know that I was supposed to have Patrick Henningsen on live from 21st Century Wire to talk Assange extradition, Syria, Idlib, Turkey, and a whole lot more. What's really going on there? That's still going to happen. That's going to happen at 4 p.m. Unfortunately, he was in another area. The internet there was acting funny. We tried for like 15, 20 minutes to connect. We couldn't do it. So, 4 p.m., that's happening. Now, at 2 p.m., so that's a little over an hour from now, I'm going to have Shepard embellish about the coronavirus. So, here's what I'm telling people to do right now. I think Friday was a big tell on what's actually going to happen Monday. And thumbs this video up, everybody. The market's going to continue to decline. Now, I don't know what kind of rate it's going to decline at, but they took such a big hit Friday. And unfortunately, I see a lot of the brokers getting people to be suckers and reinvest in the market as it goes down. What do I mean? Well, I don't want to say who it is, but I was talking to my friend who has, probably he had almost a couple $100,000 into the stock market, okay? And he lost, I don't know, close to 10% of that. I think it was a 7% drop. So yeah, it was about almost a 10% drop. And he got convinced to buy in another $15,000. Do not buy in right now. You don't know who's coming out of this and who's not. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a huge market recorrection going on, but looking at the numbers and seeing what happened in 2008, we've got a whole weekend before the CDC or the WHO says whatever they're going to say on Monday and affects the markets further. Plus, we don't know what the trade routes are really about at this point, okay? There's a lot of speculation. So, I actually contacted my mom yesterday, my stepfather, they're divorced, but separately, and said, hey, probably not a bad idea to drop a couple $100 on some canned goods and non-perishables, just because if people do start freaking out, no matter what you think about the virus or what the response is going to be, there could be at least price gouging, if not out and out empty shelves. There were actually store runs going on in DC and some parts of Virginia when I was there last week, or obviously less than a week ago, but you know what I'm saying. Now, if that was already going on, once again, who knows what happens Monday? You got to understand, it was like 11 days ago, the market was at its highest point, okay, ever, record numbers. And for it to drop in the manner it did, especially what it did not only Thursday but Friday, Monday could be a real bad day. A really, really bad day. Thumbs this video up, guys. So I'm warning people, if you see drops early, it might be time to get out, cut your losses, because I'm not trying to make anything crash. I don't want to see the economy tank. I know that some people are now playing this as this is the plan to tank the U.S. economy and take out Trump. I don't think that's what we've got going on here at all. I think it's a lot bigger than that. And now I'm not buying into the fear that this virus is anywhere near as deadly as it's being claimed either. And that's another problem. Because what is going to happen in this country? We've seen what's happened in China, at least through a very, very small lens, and none of it seems good. That being said, Shepard has been on this from the very beginning. Shepard Ambellish of IntelliHub.com. He seems to think that this is going to be the big one. I don't know. I know that there has been propaganda throughout my lifetime that some sort of mega virus would one day spread and kill a ton of us. We've never seen it. Bill Gates is saying this is a once in 100-year virus, and he said something like 66 million people in the United States could be infected. You the man, Burmis. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Appreciate that super chat, my brother. I don't know. I don't think that the virus is nearly as deadly as it's being portrayed. The Iran death rate, according to their numbers, is somewhere sitting at about 18%, but that's what they're reporting. So it could be lower or higher. We don't really know. The other thing is, everybody's talking about this incubation period on it. Now, whether you believe the incubation period of 3 weeks or not, that could be telling on who believes it in the market, right? So if that incubation period is as long as they say, for instance, I found it really suspect. Go check out my Twitter feed. That a man who was in Wuhan and got out because he was cleared of the virus, right? Well, his wife is right now sick with pneumonia over there, and her father supposedly died of COVID-19, right? So all that seems a little fishy. Then he's on television with his daughter where he's coughing like all over the place and then sharing a bottle of water with his little girl. First of all, just the idea that they're sharing a bottle of water, come on television in 2020 while being interviewed seems a little weird, right? And we've seen the video, and again, no sources for it, of, you know, what appears to be doctors in a Wuhan hospital pushing somebody and then pushing them through a door, being recorded, and then laughing about it, coming back out. So how much of this is a Hollywood production of disinformation? And obviously, I'm not saying it's actually Hollywood, but you get my drift, right? And how much of this is reality? And what's really behind it? I mean, we're going to be going over almost the entire timeline with Shepard Ambellas. Obviously, he and I, we share different opinions, but I think this weekend for a lot of you, especially when you're talking about cases in New York, right? 83 people self-quarantined in Nassau County. Well, I got news for you. If people start getting sick in Long Island and New York, kids will go home for a break here, and I don't know whether they'll allow them to come back. Or maybe they do allow them to come back, and then St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and all sorts of people are out there partying. Who knows? Who knows where this goes? But I suspect that depending on, you know, what's reported on over the weekend, and then what happens with the stock market on Monday, grocery store runs might be inevitable. Might be a good time to get $1,000 out in cash. You know, I only dropped a couple $100 on stored goods and whatever. Maybe I should have dropped a little more. You know, we're going to be discussing all this with Shepard Ambellas of IntelliHub. And by the way, Shepard is who I did Shade the Motion Picture with. Okay? And if you really want to see a well-produced documentary film for free on the channel, I love Shade the Motion Picture. And Shepard is featured in that as well. So guys, thumbs this video up on the way out. Today is the last day of our February GoFundMe, $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. It's how we keep doing this. We'll start another one tomorrow. This is going to be my biggest coronavirus update expose yet. And we're going to be pulling out all the stops. So again, make sure to subscribe, thumbs this video up, share it with others. Check out my rock fin, and I will see you guys all on the flip side. So will Karma, right, Karma? Yeah, girl.